Here it is. Bam! This is it. This is the video that we have been debating on. Should we do it? And it's got to be done. Maybe I'll survive, maybe I won't. But it must be said. Can't let this go on no more without saying it and expressing what is going on, people. You have been bamboozled. You have been hoodwinked. You have been lied to considerably. They may not ever send you a notification. You might not get notified of this video, but know that this video exists. This is going to be a revelation to some. Some people gonna say, man, I already know it. But others may not. Other people in Hollywood and sports world are gonna look at this and say, oh my God, what are we doing here? Let's take Lamar Jackson, for instance. What Lamar Jackson is going through, no professional athlete should ever have to go through in his case. Normally, in sports and football, basketball, the market is determined by whatever the other person got. Whoever's the highest person on that market, that details what the market is going to be. When has that changed? If Tom Brady got a contract, if Aaron Rodgers got a contract, whoever's going to get money, those two contracts that's way at the top is going to dictate what the pay is going to be. When did that change? When did that change? Patrick Mahomes got his deal before winning a Super Bowl, another Super Bowl. He won one, and he got his deal when he lost after the other Super Bowl he went to and lost. They made sure, hey, we got to pay this guy. And he got paid that kind of money. Lamar Jackson isn't asking for more than Patrick Mahomes. Why should he have to wait? Why does he have to wait? Oh, we're going to get to this. Because everybody's been fooled. Didn't watch the new episode of The Mandalorian. Watched the first one. Didn't watch the second one yet. I didn't have time. But I'm going to make time today to get a lot of it done. Oh, we're going to get to the grits. Because it must be said. Lamar should get more than Kyler Murray and Watson. They offered Lamar Jackson $133 million. Why? They offered him $133 million because they don't want to pay him more than Kyler Murray because they feel Kyler Murray's overpaid. So they feel that with the Ravens, but that don't matter what you feel. What you feel don't matter. The market has them getting paid at that number. Same thing in the NBA. When Moskov got $60 million, when Tristan Thompson got like $70, $80 million, that was the number. That's the market. They had to pay them the market value. But the market value is being manipulated when it comes to black quarterbacks. All of a sudden, it's, well, he didn't finish the last 2 years. What does that mean? You've seen quarterbacks on their back get a contract. You saw Kevin Durant sign a contract when he just had tore his ACL. So it don't give me this, people can't sign a contract. Dak Prescott just signed the largest contract you've seen a quarterback get who ain't won nothing. Dak Prescott signed that contract when his foot was pointing to the back door. So don't tell me about they can't sign a contract. He missed 2 seasons. That's what the media is being out there to do, to mislead you to believing this is the case in all situations. Like, oh, this is the case. No, it isn't. They are making this a precedence with Lamar Jackson because he's not folding. He's not going to take the deal that they wagged in front of him. So they're going to lie in the media and say what it was, when it really wasn't. They're going to tell you what they actually were offered. Kyler Murray got $180 million guaranteed, and you wanted to pay Lamar Jackson, who was the league MVP, $133. Of course he's going to be upset with that. He's not going to accept that. Who would? If you want an MVP versus somebody who hadn't, and they had star players. He didn't have nobody but Hollywood Henderson. They said, well, he only throw to the tight end. Who else he gonna throw it to? Have you seen anybody getting any separation on the Ravens? Have you seen their offensive sets? Everybody on there still got a job because of Lamar Jackson? Are you kidding me? This is when it comes down to who we like, right? But there's a bigger piece of the puzzle, people, and it's gonna get scary. Yeah, it's got to get scary. We about to get scary Terry up in here. It's gonna get scary Terry up in here. Now, the owners getting together and colluding to make a decision. When did we see that last? When there was a black quarterback, well, he's a mixed quarterback, and Colin Kaepernick. Owners got together, they colluded, and made a decision. Right? And that led to a whole big revolt of people dropping to their knee doing this here. It was a bunch of people dropping knees all around, right? We're going to drop to the knee and throw our fists just like this. Now, everybody was capped out. They dropped to their knees and did like this for Cap. What's up, Amara? So, or a mirror. It could be a mirror. So whenever you decide to go in that way and you decide that's the attitude you want to take and you want to do these type of ranting and ravings, and you talking about a guy, they try to attack him and say, well, he don't pass the ball. The guy was throwing for damn near 4,000 yards. He was out passing the quarterbacks who y'all claim can pass. So what's the real problem? Hit the like button, good people. This problem goes all the way back to the beginning. The problem is here, and they got busted, and now there's no way out. There's no way out. The NFL, the not for long league, the no fun league, whatever you want to call them, has decided to use trickery and foolery for everybody involved. They wanted to deceive the masses. We knew what it was from the moment we saw them. When they put Jay-Z and Roger Goodell in there, because this whole Kaepernick situation had everybody boycotting the games, didn't want to see them. They were taking knees on the field, and the NFL wanted this to stop. We needed to stop. And why do they need it to stop, people? Because they have a deal in place. They can't have this going on. They're heavy with the military. Salute to service. That is what they have in place. So this is a threat to their salute to service, their military. How many times have you seen the military presence on an NFL field? A lot, haven't you? How many times have you seen that? Right there. Salute the service. Right there. NFL, salute the service. The military presence is very known in the NFL. So when you talk about the NFL, that's what we're talking about. You see the military all through it. You got jets flying over your head. That's what they're about. This is what they represent, the military community, honor, empowerment, connect. So when you take a knee, you're disrespecting all of this to them. The Pat Tillman Foundation, TAPS, Bobby Woodruff Foundation, Wounded Warrior Project, the USO, the military, Salute to Service Awards. This is it. They are heavy on this. The military is heavy when it comes to the NFL. And this is not a shot against the military, right? Then they have Crucial Catch. Honor your loved ones. Intercept cancer. Look at Crucial Catch. How many times you seen this pink in an NFL game? They promote Crucial Catch everywhere. You see that pink all the way. You see cancer celebrated, and it's not to say it shouldn't be. They decided to come up with a whole organization, and my goodness, this organization is called Inspire Change. How many times and how much have you seen this promoted, right? Players speak out on social justice. This is Inspires Change. Now, let me tell you what Inspire Change really got their development from, and what this social justice initiative is supposed to be. Jay-Z and Roger Goodell. Those two set out to do this, right? Criminal justice reform. You see that, right? Improving community police relations, education, and economic advancements. This was supposed to be the goals of the Inspire Change. So they brought in Jay-Z to be the catalyst for this movement. Jay-Z. All right. Like I told you, buddies, this is the one that's going to get me in trouble. This is the one that's going to get me in trouble. That's right, Q-Biz. And Q-Biz is a little bit more than this. It's a little bit more thought out than what you're thinking. And we finna get into that right now. in this social justice initiative plan. All right. Now, what you looking at right now, this Inspire Change, the NFL claims in 10 years they have sent $250 million to Inspire Change movement. 250 million. They only spend 35 and 40 million on the military, and cancer awareness is maybe like 28 or 30 million, and 250 million went to Inspire Change. Whoa. That would mean Inspire Change would be heavy on the football field. How many times do you see Inspire Change celebrated, or even a notion of it, in the NFL? You might see it on the back of an end zone, where it's spray painted on the back of somebody's helmet. You might see it on the ground. You ain't gonna see those t-shirts of Inspired Change everywhere in there. They don't have a color. They don't have a military shirt. They got a sweatshirt. They got like a little line on it that says Inspired Change. $250 million. And what change did you see? Oh, you saw a change in the halftime show of the All-Star, not the All-Star game, but the Super Bowl. That's what you're seeing. So instead of Justin Timberlake, we got Dr. Dre and Eminem. Right? We got Rihanna. We got Mary J. Blige. So we got basically Roc Nation hosting the Super Bowl halftime show. But that's not fair to them. That's not saying that's all they do. Let's get into this, because we need to get into the whole full picture of this, because that's just giving gloss over, right? Let's actually see what Inspired Change really is. This is what we're finna do, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna take a look inside of Inspire Change. What they don't want anyone to ever do. That's what we finna do. This is what's finna get me shut down. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Bam! Inspire Change. First off, what do you notice? This is a cheap looking format for something they spent $250 million on. That looked like that could be done by the drunk and that doggone Uncle Crack, that crackhead. They're like his work. But anyway, let's go down. They've highlighted this, and that's not me. Through Inspire Change, the NFL support players-led efforts to engage with team owners, public officials, law enforcement, academic institutions, community partners, and others that identify with meaningful ways to strengthen local communities and a greater society. Okay. So let's see what their priority focus of change is. Like he just said, right? Education, economic advancement, police and community relations, criminal justice reform. There it is. There's the knee. There's the fifth. Let's look at what their social justice grant recipients are. The Alabama Appleseed Center for Law and Justice. Never heard of that. Let's click that. Let's see what happens. Okay. Alabama is one of the poorest states. Not true. It's up there, but Mississippi is worse. We've also had one of the highest incarceration rates. Not true, but okay. As a state, we have privatized prisons and punishments over prosperity. Appleseeds confront these challenges with research, police change campaigns, collision building, direct. Okay, all right. Let's see. Economic justice for criminalization, mass incarceration, racial injustice, accountability. Okay, these are fine. I don't really have too much problem with this. Don't know how much this actually gets or who these people actually are, but I have no problem with that. Let's go down to where a problem exists. Okay? Because this is where it gets a little weird as I was going down this. Let's get to criminal justice exchange. Community justice exchange, right? That sounds like a good one. Let's start there. Bam! Now, I might have to share something different. Let me see. What can I share here? Stop sharing. And I might have to share this because the pop-up came up and I don't think you guys can see it. So, yeah, there we go. There it is. This is the Community Justice Exchange. When we click the button, this word pops up. Yep. Now, this is where they send the money. The majority of this money is going here. The Community Justice Exchange, right? What does this say right here? Organizing to end all forms of incarceration. Hold on. Organizing to end all forms of incarceration, criminalization, and surveillance. Huh? And they're in charge of the National Bank Fund Network. So they're doing two things that the NFL want them to do. Inspire Change wants a National Bail Fund Network, and they want these people to do it. Who the hell are these people? Now, this is the National Bail Funds Network, which means, here it is. This is what they do. This is made up of 90 community bail bondsmen around the globe, here the states, and they bail people out of jail and all these different things. And this is where they spend their money, right? Bailing people out. So all the bail bondsman places are getting paid. Who's getting bailed out? Do I call the National Bail Fund Network when Ray got to go down and I need Ray out? I get to hit them up. I went to an NFL game. Do I get to hit them up? Donate to the Emergency Rapid Response Fund. But let's find out about the Community Justice Exchange. Here it is, the mission. Tactical interventions, strategic organizational practices. Look at this. And let's get to here, right? Where it says CJE, which is the Community Justice Exchange, produces tools and resources for organizers to create tactical, multiple drivers of criminalization and incarceration, included but not limited to money bail, court cost fees, fines, probation, parole, detention, supervision, and immigration detention and supervision. They don't want any type of police. They want to let everybody out of jail. And the NFL is sponsoring that. Listen, the Community Justice Exchange is committed to learning, growing, and experimentation. We know we cannot dismantle an every criminal punishment system without trying new tactics and strategies. We believe that the organizers should have the space and freedom to experiment with interventions to bring systematic change to a criminal, legal, and immigration system. Experimental? What the hell are you talking about doing? What? The NFL is donating millions of dollars to this? This is inspired change? People, what are we doing? I'm telling you, they have bamboozled the world with this. It's gonna get worse. Listen, the Community Justice Exchange is an abolitionist organization. This means that we believe and we are working towards a world without prisons, policing, prosecution, surveillance of any form of detention and supervision. We believe in building a world in which everyone has what they need to live well and where we don't rely on police and prisons to address social problems like houselessness, mental illness, drug addiction, or poverty. What kind of world are you talking about you living in? This is fantasy land. Are you kidding me? We paying millions of dollars to that organization that's saying let all criminals out on the streets. We're going to work till we get to that. Are you insane? Oh my God. And this is where your money is going. And they put Jay-Z on the face of it, but this is where it's going. The NFL had nothing to do with vetting this organization. Whoever created this whole platform is nuts. This is a money laundering scheme. This is a fake organization that's been set up so they can send money to these people, and these people, whoever is running this, we don't know who's in charge. But whoever's in charge, they're getting the money. They put this, anybody can make a website and they can make stuff up. There's no way the NFL vetted this company and sending them millions of dollars. Ain't no way in hell the NFL, who's about the military, gonna say we're gonna support a company that says they don't want to have no police, no jail, no nothing. If that's the case, the NFL is the wokest sport in the history of mankind. And they totally ain't that. Everybody's being had. Everybody's being had. This is a wake-up call. All these people are getting over because they know no one's going to check. No one's going to look this stuff up and check. These are shadow companies. Exactly, Billy. Not only are they not going to read it, people are not going to check it. This is just one of them. This is one. But the first opening line is like, what? We're sending money to them? They tell you exactly what their vision is. We are an abolitionist organization. They mean they believe in working into a world without prisons, policing, and prosecution, surveillance of any form, of detention and supervision. We believe in building a world which everyone has everything they need to live well, and where we don't have to rely on police or prisons to address social problems. Are you out your damn mind? What kind of world? They said that this was established by the critical resistance. Who the hell are them? This is a waste of time in your dollars. This is a liberal who wants to dream of a fantasy land that's never gonna happen. Why is the NFL putting money into this? Because they're not. If anybody would have seen this or vetted that, they'd be like, hell no, I ain't donating to that. Who's the Community Justice Exchange? Who are them? They in charge of the National Bail Funds Network? Who are they bailing out? I want to see the work. I want to see these people. I want to know who they are. Look, you try to say contact. Who do we contact? For press, we got to go to these communityjustice.org. Any questions about the National Bail Fund Network, we got to go to the same damn place. Look, they have no contacts, nothing about who's in charge, nothing. You know nothing about the Community Justice Exchange. That ain't nothing but the mob. This is the money laundering Smith Shell Company to take your money. Yeah, they gonna get mad at me over this one. They gonna get mad. Did Jay Prince get arrested? Absolutely not. He was just on IG Live in Cali on top of a roof by the pool like this. Man, stop listening to these fools. And that was just an hour ago. He's not arrested. Arrested for what? Well, this is what happened when you have a lot of people sleep at the wheel. Everybody who black knew just, you don't even have information. We know not to trust Jay-Z. He could be like, I'm just trying to, I want to just help out in the case. And, he's a fellow brother. I just want to help out. It's going to be like, nah, bro, we good. You know he ain't no good. Everything about Jay has been snakish. Ain't nobody said, man, Jay, if it wasn't for you, they'd be like, man, Jay screwed us. He has a reputation of screwing people over. Why would everybody look at him as the face of reason? Like, look what I did for Meek Mill. Yes, Meek Mill had a bad case. He was an artist of yours. It was an advantage for you to get Meek Mill out of trouble. 21 Savage. Again, an artist that y'all work with that was going to make you look good, like you were helping the people. But once again, he's still fighting that legal case. But again, something that helps benefit you. Have you ever done anything, Jay-Z, that wasn't like self-serving? How did you help Cap? That's what I want to know. How did you help Cap? That was Cap. You were the guy that was standing with Cap, and then you go sit with Roger Goodell without Cap. Go meet with him and have discussions and basically speaking for Cap without even talking to Cap. He's like, look, you ain't spoke to me. Oh, man, you ain't had one conversation about this. I didn't tell you to go over there and cut a deal. But let's continue on, right? So we already know something ain't right. 250 million. That is, the NFL makes $17 billion a year. Let me repeat that. The NFL makes $17 billion a year, and they give $25 million a year to inspire change. So over the 10 years, they've donated $250 million. The way they equated it. Now, they have said they've donated $180 million since 2017. So before that, they must have been dumping in nothing. So now that they've done this, right? And they put this whole process together. And they put Cap out of his position. Cap wanted to work out where he was going to be the face of doing what Jay-Z's doing now. They wanted Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri was going to be that. And Jay told Jermaine Dupri, I wouldn't do that. He told Jermaine Dupri to step down because he wanted that position. This is what you get for listening to Jay. Jay had a plan. Justin Timberlake is Jay-Z's friend. He did the halftime of the Super Bowl. He didn't do a bad job. He had the #1 song that was out there that was for the Trolls movie that all those people was bouncing up for. Timberlake was a good person to have up there for the performance. It didn't go bad at all. He had everybody go on social media and say how terrible it was. The NFL needs to change. This has got to stop. We need black people up there. We've had black people up there. All of a sudden, Beyonce ain't black. Bruno Mars has done it twice. They've had Bruno. You got to have the hit songs to be up there. Look what Mel saying, y'all. Leftists, right? Who burned the police city in Atlanta. That's who they are. This is how they get money for destruction to burn the black tax dollars. Woo! That's some powerful words right there. Now we finna get even more interesting. It's finna get more in the. What's up, Melanie? Thank you too, Melanie. I think Melanie was somewhere. I thought I saw her. Now, yeah, they all complicit. But now, let's get back to the slideshow. Inspire change, right? Okay, let me see if we could see some things here. We got a whole picture. All right. The Vera Institute of Justice. What the hell is that? That sounds like some Justice League crap. All right, let's go check that out. The Vera Institute of Justice. All righty. Here we go. Vera Institute of Justice. Da, 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 da. Here it is. This looked like this was made by a 3-year-old. Fight, advocate for immigrants. Invest in communities. End mass incarceration. causes of mass incarceration, about the problem of the history of mass incarceration, criminalization and racial disparities, reducing incarceration, dignity behind bars, investing in community. Okay, well, let's find out what this means. So, look at this dignity behind bars. 22K, the number of people in prison who have gained access to college education through second chance Pell programs. I know about the Pell program, that's good. Reducing incarceration, drastically reducing the use of jails, prisons, and detention centers. Okay, so we're gonna be reducing jails, prisons, and detention centers. The NFL is dedicating money to drastically reducing jails, prisons, and detention centers. Okay. When immigrants have legal representation, the likelihood they will establish the right to remain in the United States increases by 10%. Okay, what about the people already in the United States? See, this is what I'll keep telling you. This is more spin cycle. Let's get into this right now. This is PSC, reducing incarceration, right? Losing your freedom, even for just a few days, can mean losing your job, housing, and even children. Why they not focused on that? That is true, but why isn't that the focus of the people that actually already live here? The United States is the most incarcerated nation in the world. True. With 2 million people behind bars and 500,000 more in immigration detentions. Many are locked up simply because they can't afford bail. True. Now, here's the problem. Here's the answer to that. Why is the United States the most incarcerated nation in the world? Because we have a lot of black people here that they brought over here into slavery, and minorities in here is the place, the West, where everything was open. So they wanted to create their own laws, own rules, and keep changing them to where it does not benefit the people that have been prosecuted, the people that have been persecuted, and they want to control the jails, the prisons, the court system. Everything is under their control, and the people who is there, they don't even live in the country, and they want to just keep people under their boot. And that's why the United States was meant to be a place of Babylon. So therefore, the 2 million people who are behind bars, the majority of them would probably be African American. Why is that? 500,000 more that you have in immigration detention, they're there because they trying to get into the country to feed their families and everything else. But when you also let immigrants in, they also bring in resources. And what you're doing is when you bring in things at lower value, like so how many times you start going and buy things like rice and all these resources and things that come directly from Mexico, you go to their stores and get them and bring it in. It reduces, you're getting it cheap, but it makes the inflation rate goes up. So you bring in bootleg goods, other stuff is going to go up in cost to make up for the money that they're losing, and crops and corn and everything else that they have. All these things you don't understand goes up. Wheat goes up, corn goes up. All these necessities and tools that they need for survival. In Mexico, corn is God. That's what people really, y'all don't pay attention to stuff like this. When they make those tortillas, it's flour or corn. And corn made, trust me, corn made tortillas is where it's at. And the corn is used for so many meals out there. So it's very important. So when you raise the rate of corn, you could cause a global meltdown. You see, they don't understand This is a bigger problem than what they've ever imagined. This is huge. So right now, I see what they're pushing and what their agenda is. Their agenda and their main focus is immigrants, right? Reducing jail and prison populations. Overcrowded prisons and jails are a direct threat to health and safety. Vera works to keep people out of these facilities, to keep our community safe. No new jails. Okay, so what is your solution to these problems? The problems is lack of jobs. Whenever there's a lack of jobs, there is suicide, death, prison, crime. What is your solution to the problems? You can say no new jail, but what are they going to do with people? When people lose work, suicides are at an all-time high. A lot of people, rather than go home and face their families, they took their own lives. Why no one's mentioning that? But this is what they do. Boom. America is outsourcing jobs. Absolutely. Zeno, they want chaos. That will do it. Exactly. Chaos is there. Mass incarceration. Mass incarceration for whom? Mass incarceration is key, but your focus of prison population is only dealing with immigrants. What about the people that actually live here that has to go through mass incarceration? You don't seem to be dedicated to that. Your dedication and this money seem to be going to only helping immigrants. You see what I'm saying? So you got to watch where this is. They're using your pain to promote something else. They're using our pain, what we go through every day as blacks, and say, okay, your pain is going to be the movement for the gay rights. Your pain is going to be the movement for immigration. When is our pain going to be for us? You see what I'm saying? When is it going to be for us? When they going to say our pain is for us? Our pain got to be shared for everybody else to benefit. So this is another smokescreen. They're trying to get money and say they're going to fight incarceration for immigrants, not you. So let it be known. They're once again taking millions of dollars, funneling it around, and giving you a hip hop Super Bowl halftime show. That's what we get. Like we gave y'all Dr. Dre. You had Dr. Dre, you had Eminem, you had Snoop. Yeah, they ain't gonna like me after this. I already know that. I know it's coming. This was a mistake. Nope, I have to say it. So they said we donated to the United Negro College Fund. I bet you the United Negro College Fund ain't got a quarter based on everything else that goes down. You got to donate to the United Negro College Fund because the NCAA or the NAACP is going to make sure of that because most of them are members. Now, I'm not going to say inspired change is a terrible idea. It's not. They are making donations to real organizations. Then there's some that are not real organizations. And we just pointed that out right now. Whoever is in charge of the criminal the criminal organization that is called the Community Justice Exchange. I don't know who put that together, but that didn't get past the smell test. That was the most blatant one we have ever seen. And they donate to it. Oh no. There it is. In big bold letters. There it is. The 13th Amendment would always be the flip side of the structure of America. No, the amendments don't mean anything anymore. We signed away our rights to our amendments when 9/11 happened. You signed away your rights. If they view you as a threat to the United States of America, all your amendments and your rights are gone. You better go read it. That thing is about this thick and this long. Or your rights. Your right to privacy, what you think you have is privacy. If they deem you a threat to this country, and it's been proven that you are a threat, or not even proven, suggested that the country believes you're a threat, they can override everything. They don't need permissions. They can go under what they call now the Terrorist Act. You'll be like, I ain't no terrorist. Well, too bad. Now, let's take a look at this right here. See that? Community Justice Exchange. Right there, Inspired Change. That's the NFL right there. They football operations. This is Inspired Change. And you see they donate money to the, right under it says Civil Rights Corps. Right next to it, it says Community Justice Exchange. That's it. Civil Rights Corp. And right here, Community Justice Exchange. The national hub to support community-based organizations. Oh my God. Let's see what happens when we click on that. Bam. We click on that, and it says right here in the Community Justice Exchange, organizing to end all forms of incarceration, criminalization, and surveillance. They don't want no surveillance. They don't want no criminals. They want to get rid of all jail. I mean, all of it. They want to end all forms of jail. And they let it be known. They like, we gonna want to, like maybe they don't mean that. They were like, oh, hell no, we mean it all. But look at this. This is a cheap made, like, look at this. This is not even a real page. Who made this? Look how cheaply made this is. This is like WordPress. Like, this ain't even WordPress. This is some Ning type stuff. This is bland as can be. You don't even have photos. They don't have photos of them picking up cows or little baby animals or them in front of a courtroom. You don't have none of that on this page. You got nothing at all. Look at what you got. This all you have. Oh my God, it's shady as Eminem. This is crazy. They start right off. Community justice. This is their vision. They're an abolitionist organization. That means we believe and we are working towards a world without prisons, policing, prosecution, surveillance of any form of detention, supervision. We believe the world is which everyone has what they need to live well, and we don't rely on police or prisons to address social problems like houselessness, mental illness, drug addiction, or poverty. We believe we can build a world in which people have the right to migrate and the right to stay. We understand prison abolition will, within the framework of the critical resistance, as a long-term goal. We need a prison to be abolished and practicing an organization strategy of all resources we create, as well as strategic and tactical advice we offer, and we've anchored in an abolitionistic framework. Mm, mm, mm. They don't want jail at all. They want to just let everybody free who do a crime. And the NFL is supporting this. They put these people, the NFL has put these people in charge of the National Bail Fund Network. They are following these people. They put them in charge of it. The National Bail Fund program is being sponsored by these same individuals that want all the criminals free. And the NFL is donated to them. They're on the NFL's list. They know you wouldn't have looked this up. They know you wouldn't have checked it out. And now that I've checked it out, and now that I've put this on display, the director of community bail funds. This is crazy. Look at this. So they got all these bail bondsmen, right? So they paid all these bail bondsmen to, what they gonna do? Bail people out? Who they bailing out? Dog, this is a fake put together on a coalition right here. The Campaign County Bailout Coalition. For who? Chicago Community Bond Fund. For who? Midwest Immigration Bond Fund. For who? Illinois ain't seen none of this. This is a scam, baby. Yeah, Roger coming. They all coming. I already know it. Because now we didn't just blew this whole lie up in front of their face. They ain't gonna be able to, they can't say nothing now. They can't, what could they say? You see, this is why I love putting things like this on display, because it explains exactly who everybody is and what they standing for. Now, if you look at the whole picture, yeah, it's fake, super fake. That was the main drawing point, and that the inspired change is them. Look at that right there. Community Justice Exchange. And we've shown about 2-3 organizations. These are all the people they supposedly splitting all the money with and giving all these grants to. The NFL don't know about any of this. Look at all these organizations, right? City Year. Help students in schools succeed, feel it better. Like I said, they donate to some real companies, but a lot of them are shell companies where they can launder money to show like, hey, we donating to this. Meanwhile, whatever check they didn't donated to that is getting split up and it's going to here, 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 and here. So if anybody investigated and the face value, it looked like something, but it ain't. And look how inspired change is on the court. Let's listen to this dummy.
It has been a difficult time for our country.
No
in
shit.
particular, Black people in our country.
Yeah, you look very concerned about the Black people in this country. Let's go, you dumb bastard.
First, my condolences to the families of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and all the families who have endured police brutality. We, the National Football League, condemn racism and the
bullshit
systematic oppression of Black people. We, the National Football League, admit we were wrong for not listening to NFL players earlier and encourage all to speak out and peacefully protest.
No, you don't. Lies just keep pouring out of their mouth, don't they? The lies just keep pouring out of their mouth as he talks. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't care about anything. You don't want no peaceful protest. You don't want any protest. He don't want any protest, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys weren't standing and you weren't dealing with racism in this league right now, Lamar Jackson, if his name was Lamar O'Connell, he would not be going through this. O'Connell would have his money. But because his last name is Jackson and he looked like Samuel L. Jackson, man, Samuel L. Jackson is his daddy, man. Stop playing. Y'all ain't know that. That's his daddy. But right, he would have got his money. This wouldn't even be a problem. But he's going through it because there's no racism in the NFL no more.
We, the National Football League, believe Black Lives Matter.
He said it with a straight face. He said it with a straight face, too. He said it like he really meant it. Like he really meant that. The NFL don't care about no Black Lives Matter. They only care if they can make money off of Black Lives Matter. What is going on here? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Am I in the Twilight Zone, man? Oh my God. This dude is lying with straight face. I don't know how many times he rehearsed this.
I personally protest with you and want to be part of the much needed change in this country.
Protesting from your couch or your chair? Which one? Which protest are you joining in? We didn't see you out there, Roger.
Without Black players, there would be no National Football League.
Fact. Why don't you act like it, Roger? Why won't y'all pay Lamar Jackson his money, Roger? You're going to say, oh, that's the Baltimore Ravens. No, Roger. Y'all colluded with all the other owners, got together and did all this, and you're going to act like you don't know and you're the commissioner of the league? You want Lamar Jackson to play ball? Why is the franchise tag still in place, Roger?
And the protests around the country are emblematic of the centuries of silence, inequality, and oppression of Black players, coaches, fans, and staff. We are listening. I am listening. And I will be reaching out to players who have raised their voices and others on how we can improve and go forward for a better and more united NFL family.
No, you'll be reaching out to players that complained and tell them to get in line. Talk to Jay-Z. Anybody that complains and get out of line, you're going to have to talk to me. I'm listening now. There's going to be no more of this. There's going to be no more of these goddamn protests. The reason why NFL ownerships and the owners don't want to let go of owning an NFL team is because it is very lucrative to own an NFL team because of the contracts. You could sign a $125 million contract and only get paid like 20 million of it. So the NFL is very lucrative. It's owner friendly, not player friendly. And this is what we have been forced to deal with. People like Roger for social justice. All of the lies. Meanwhile, the players are doing all the work. And everybody who got a mission and want to do stuff with milestones, want to make changes and set up these grants and actually help people, you come in with all of the nonsense to take away from what really could have been. But they're never going to get vetted. They're never going to be investigated to see where the money goes because the NFL is set up as a nonprofit organization. They're protected even from tax. The tax man, it ain't going to mess with them. So that's why it don't work. When everybody start talking about inspired change and they say, man, well, inspired change really don't work. But let's see it work. When is the meetings? When are they having talks? When are they going to the community for these social justice? I mean, what they're going to do, just go around and pick stuff up out of the newspaper? There's a lot of people that are social political prisoners that's locked up and been locked up for 40 and 30 years. What are you doing to help them? Right? What are they doing to help them? It's only fair. They don't care about that. So they want us to believe, the NFL wants us to think we're dumb enough to believe that they spend more money on Inspired Change than they do on Crucial Catch, the Cancer Society Foundation. You want us to believe that your Intercept Cancer is bigger, Inspired Change is bigger than that? When we watch football and we don't see nothing for Inspired Change except for a logo on the back of a helmet or in the back of an end zone, but you got a whole football stadium full of people in pink jerseys and ribbons. You have all these events set up. Look at this. All this stuff goes to Crucial Catch. All the jerseys. So you claim that Inspired Change, you're donating more to that than this. And the military. Yo, salute the service. You want us to believe that? So you are donating more money to Inspire Change. Hell, it was more money spent on the damn web page than it was for Inspire Change. And you want us to believe that you're spending $25 million a year, that you donated $250 million when you donated 50-something million and 30-something million respectfully to the other two charities, Salute to Service and the Crucial Catch. The military, you don't even have to blink or ask, did you see the military in the NFL? They are highly promoted in the NFL. Salute the service. That flag and that uniform is everywhere. They let you know how much the NFL and the services and the troops is. And you want me to believe you give Inspired Change more money than you give the military and Crucial Catch put together? Get them out of here. No, we ain't having it. Look at that. That's at every game. And you mean to tell me we see Inspired Change more than we see the military? Right. She says exactly, Carcino. That's facts, because I'm not just a cancer survivor. I'm an advocate in real life. That's right. About 10 to 20% of the team. Yep. So I wanted to get that across to everybody. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bust Life. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Kwame Brown. I want to thank all of y'all, man. Hopefully you guys are already subscribed. If you're not, share the video and share it with people who are subscribed. I was going to do this on the Patreon, but I said, if anybody's on my Carcino for Life Patreon, they're probably already going to be here. So I wanted everybody to see it. So I did this. We'll probably answer some more questions on the Patreon version, where we just do a live stream over there and talk to everybody. I'm gonna do that a little later. So love, peace, and hair grease to everybody out there. Thank you. And I don't know what the NFL finna do to me, but I'm out.